Alrighty. Hello. I'm back playing Elden Ring again. This is gonna be my little Let's Play. I'm gonna say this is episode 2, even though I've streamed a couple times. We're gonna go with episode 2 here. Hold on. Alrighty. So what have we done? We just went into this mine and we got some smithing stones, I believe they're called. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah, so we just got some smithing stones. I don't know if those respawn or not in there. But yeah, we just went there, and I'm still trying to get the hang of this game. I've defeated a couple bosses. And I just figured out, how to use the, my, like, pets, like the wolves and stuff like that, using the blue potion. And that was a big help. And made a lot of these fights a lot easier. So I like the wolves so far. The wolves are fun. Where am I? Why is the music changing? Alright, there are the gates. That's where I'm at. Whoa. Whoa. What do you want, bro? Ah, shit. Alright. Fuck you. I never stand still in this game. Oh, and that's how I do the walk-on. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, but I've taken out 3 bosses. 2 in the dungeons. One was a cat. One was like a rat king. And then the third was a pumpkin head. Those are the 3 I've taken out so far. Alright, let's just transfer over to the, let's go to the gate front. I'm still trying to figure out the next thing I should do. Like, just get me set up and stuff. But we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. Let's just take a look at this video. Still learning a lot. Alright, last thing I'm gonna do. We're going on a little trip. And then from there, I think we're just gonna free ball. Have some fun. Hop on the horse, and we're gonna go... We're just gonna follow this path. I don't care what that guy does. Annoying I can't check the map. Wait. Wait, I wanna go this way. This way? This way? I don't really know. No, I'm off the path. This way. Oh. Still figuring out the fall damage in this game too. I think this way. I'm sure. Yep, we're on the right path. Now what I'm getting here, I'm not completely sure.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenny Fight. Servant to the new order and celebrate.
I don't think I'm powerful enough to kill these guys yet. Let me pass. Nice. Cool. Alright.
If you keep following it to its end, you'll come to the Third Church of America and the Flask of Wonders visit. There's also an artist shack along the way with a painting. You can try to have fun and see if you can figure out the location the painting was painted at. Now we have some options. There are plenty of side dungeons to do in the main part of Limgrave, and I recommend completing these, as it will help you level up your character. Once you finish this and want to explore more, rather than heading north into Stormhill and Stormvale Castle, I recommend you head south into the Weeping Peninsula. This is definitely meant to be the early game area you go to, and there's plenty to find here that will help you out. Castle Morn to the south is a much larger dungeon, but much easier to complete than Stormvale, and definitely meant for lower level players. Not only that, but on the way to Castle Morn, you can find yet another golden seed. On top of that, you'll find a minor Erd tree on this peninsula, which will give you more goodies you can use for your Flask of Wondrous visit. And probably most importantly, there are multiple churches on the Weeping Peninsula that contain sacred tears. While the golden seeds upgrade the number of uses you have out of your flasks of tears, the sacred tears upgrade the potency and make it so each chug will heal you for more. Once again, I recommend exploring all of the Weeping Peninsula for its various secrets and dungeons, which will help you level up and strengthen your character, preparing you for Stormvale Castle. If you still don't feel confident, this might be a good time to go explore Mistwood Folly, which is to the east of Limgrave, as well as Stormhill, which is to the north side. Just make sure not to venture too deeply into Caelid, as that is definitely a high-level area. Alright, all of that done, it's time to tackle Stormvale Castle. Or is it? If you can, might as well go ahead, have fun, and see if you can conquer the challenge. If you're still struggling, there's actually a way to skip Stormvale Castle and travel directly into Liurnia of the Lakes. To the east side of Stormvale Castle, just north of the Stormhill Shack, you'll find a path that will lead you to a broken bridge. Go ahead and travel to the end of that bridge, and you'll find a crumbled path that takes you down and through the side of the castle. This will take you right to the lake-facing cliff shrine of Grace and Liurnia of the Lake.
thinking about a degree in business, UMGC is waiving their application fee through September 3rd. Low cost.
So, you want your very own Elden Ringer? Well, I've optimized a route from the very start of the game that only takes about 15 to 20 minutes and requires killing 0 enemies. This will net you a powerful +4 weapon, improved armor, double the healing effects, a strong spirit companion, a ton of runes, and access to some really important features early. Now let's get you somewhat OP. As soon as you get out into the open world, the first step is to take this quick route. Run over to the little church right in front of you and pick up the stack of runes for the post.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kennyfite, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of false. Grant me sight.
Head inside, pick up the smithing, run or sneak in and grab the areas you call for across the big stone. Through the big gated focus points flask. Now you have 5. Then at that same spot, jump up these platforms, grab focus, and then rest at the Lost Grace site there. Then go into the flasks menu and use the golden seed you just got to add another charge to your healing/focus points flask. Now you have 5.
Alright, wait, I can do that? Let me see.
At that same spot, jump up these platforms, grab yourself a stone sword key, and then go chat with Rodrika in the little shack. Talk to her 3 times, and she'll give you a summonable jellyfish, which you'll be able to use a bit later. Then you're going to head into the little forest to the southwest and curve around the large stone wall until you see this little tucked away area. Up there near a gravestone, you'll find yourself another smithing stone. Head out of there back to the Stormhill Shack site you just left. The next section has a lot of goodies, and here is that route. Head southeast behind the shack, and you'll find 1 stack of 3 smithing stones by a lonely bro in a chair. Then head north from there until you see the start of a cliff incline. Up there, watch out for another big boy, and then snag the Strength Knot Crystal Tier, which I'll explain later. Head south from there until you find another collection of tombs. Do a little bit more grave robbing for some free runes. Head southeast from there, where a large grouping of big boys are, and you'll see a statue with a glowing center. You will need to bait one of them into smashing the thing for you. That'll give you 5 smithing stones and a very important rank 2 smithing stone. Then you're heading northeast a pretty good distance. Pass through the enemy camp, down a hill, and you'll find yourself a lost grace site near a bridge. You're going to be heading into some uncharted territory for this next part. Head east and grab that smithing stone on the bridge. Pass by the nearby merchant and start heading directly southeast. You'll need to make your way downward, so keep dropping down these cliffs as you travel. Eventually, you'll run into another grave site, and at this point, you know the drill. Then head northeast.
So you've just entered Limgrave, and you're looking for the best weapon you can possibly pick up. So I'm going to show you the top 5 best early game weapons that you can get that can pretty much carry you through the entire game. The Greatsword, which is the best colossal greatsword in the entire game, can be found right here in Caelid in the back of a carriage, just sitting out in the open. Naga Kibo, which is the best katana in the entire game, can be found after killing Hura in Limgrave right here on the map, but it will negate his entire questline, so do this at your own risk. The Rusted Anchor can be found in the Morn Tunnel right here in Weeping Peninsula after you defeat the boss in that dungeon. Now, the Cross Naganata is going to be located in the Gale Tunnel just on the border of Caelid and Limgrave, and this is one of the best spears. And lastly, if you head to Castle Morn in Weeping Peninsula and run to the right of all the misbegotten dancing around the fire, then you're going to be able to find a chest where the Claymore will be located. So you've just entered Limgrave, and you're looking for the best weapon you can possibly pick up. So I'm going to show you the top 5 best early game weapons that you can get that can pretty much carry you through the entire game. The Greatsword, which is the best colossal greatsword in the entire game, can be found right here in Caelid in the back of a carriage, just sitting out in the open. Naga Kibo, which is the best...
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Is that your car? No. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before going through the car wash. So check Allstate first and save when you click or call.
You're looking to get the best value for your fine jewelry? Look no further than Circa. Booking the appointment online was easy.
Finding the right weapon in Elden Ring is pretty important, and while every weapon can work if you build around it, there are some weapons that are very powerful right out of the box. The best part is there are a couple you can get relatively early on, so if you have the required stats to wield them, you can deal absurd amounts of damage to both regular enemies and bosses. And if you don't have the required stats, we've got you covered too, as we will also discuss an easy and accessible rune farm so you can quickly get the levels you need to wield these amazing items. So let's get right into it. So the first of these weapons you can get really early on if you want to, but you have to defeat a boss in order to get it. I'm talking about the Bloodhound's Fang, an amazing curved greatsword that requires both strength and dexterity to wield. But the investment in stats is totally worth it thanks to the bleed buildup it does and the amazing weapon art Bloodhound's Finesse. For if you don't know, bleed is a status effect that builds up on enemies if you hit them with a weapon that causes blood loss, as you can see over here on the item card. As soon as the status is built up, your enemy will instantly lose a massive amount of health, so really strong as it also works against bosses. So yeah, a curved greatsword with this effect is already great, but then we still haven't talked about the amazing weapon art. Bloodhound's Finesse allows you to perform a backward somersault while slashing with your sword, so an incredibly useful attack as it deals both damage and creates distance between you and your enemy, which is of course really useful for if you need to heal or dodge an especially powerful attack. To make it even better though, you can then follow up with a heavy attack, so press the button immediately after you've landed from your backflip to follow up with Bloodhound Step. This second attack lets you vanish and then reappear next to the opponent with another heavy swing, so it is a pretty brutal 2-hit combo. And once again, the fact that you can create or close distance with this is really, really good, especially on a bit of a slower weapon like a greatsword. Now do keep in mind that this weapon, like any weapon in the game, has stat requirements you need to meet in order to use both the weapon and the weapon art properly. We will talk about a rune farm later in the video for if you need some levels, but also keep in mind that you can sometimes meet a weapon's strength requirement while holding it in two hands. You can already see this when equipping the weapon, as it will say unable to use this item effectively unless wielded with both hands instead of the regular unable to use this item effectively message. And if you don't know, you can two-hand any weapon by holding triangle or Y and then pressing either R1 or RB for your right hand weapon or L1 or LB for the left. Now to get the weapon though, we need to go over here on the map close to the Bridge of Sacrifice and enter the either R1 or RB for your right hand weapon or L1 or LB for the left. Now to get the weapon though, we need to
Oh, god damn it.
go over here on the map close to the Bridge of Sacrifice and enter Everjail. Everjails are basically just boss fights in a circular arena, and in this one we find Bloodhound Daredevil. Now he can be pretty intimidating as he's a pretty aggressive boss, but he isn't super tanky, and I also found him pretty vulnerable to guard count. So once you've learned his combos a bit, block by holding L1 or LB on the last hit instead of dodging, then follow up with a heavy attack to break his posture and deal massive damage with a follower critical strike. And after the fight is done, you have yourself an amazing greatsword with better weapon art to boot. And there's an even stronger weapon still. Effectively message. And if you don't know, you can two-hand any weapon by triangle or Y and then pressing either L1 or RB for your right hand weapon or L1 or LB for the left. Now to get the weapon though, we need to go over here on the map close to the Bridge of Sacrifice and enter Everjail. Everjails are basically just boss fights in a circular arena, and in this one we find Bloodhound Daredevil. Now he can be pretty intimidating as he's a pretty aggressive boss, but he isn't super tanky, and I also found him to be pretty vulnerable to guard count. So once you've learned his combos a bit, block by holding L1 or LB on the last hit instead of dodging, then follow up with a heavy attack to break his posture and deal massive damage with a follower critical strike. And after the fight is done, you have yourself an amazing greatsword and better weapon art to boot. And there's an even stronger weapon still, but we'll touch on that one in a bit. Of course, remember to leave a like on the video if you like it so far, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss our next Elder weapon art will be on the Daredevil on the left. Effectively match the left. Now to get the weapon though, we need to go over here on the map close to the Bridge of Sacrifice and enter this Everjail.
Oh my god, dude, why do I fucking keep doing this? Dude, I literally just keep... Can I touch this? Oh, you gotta get back over here. 'Cause I gotta get those flasks back. So stupid. Alright, let's fucking do this again, bro. Alright, now I should have all my flasks with me. Got 5. Alright, let's take this fool on. See what's going on with him. Am I gonna get my ass handed to me right here? Oh my god, bro. Dude, I keep fucking doing that. Alright, whatever, we just gotta do it. Shit. Wait, we might be fucked here. Can I leave? Can I go back? Damn, we might be. Oh, fuck, bro. Alright. Wait, what? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What the fuck, bro? Fuck, bro. Why can't I use my fucking... Alright.
He can be pretty intimidating as he's a pretty aggressive boss, but he isn't super tanky, and I also found him to be pretty vulnerable to guard counters. So once you've learned his combos a bit, block by holding L1 or LB on the last hit instead of dodging, then follow up with a heavy attack to break his posture and deal massive damage with a follow-up critical strike. And after the fight is done, you have yourself an amazing greatsword with an even better weapon art to boot. And there's an even stronger weapon still, but we will touch on that one in a bit.
Dude, we might be cooked. Why the fuck can I not? Oh, please tell me. Oh man. Alright. I wonder if my golden thing is out here. If it's not, bro, I'm fucking... This dude's holding me hostage here. Oh, it's here. Alright. Hold on.
Remember to leave a like on the video if you like it so far and subscribe to make sure you don't miss our next Elden Ring video. Now for our next weapon, we're going on a little trip to a region called Liurna, which is for most players probably the second region they visit, as it's located right behind Goldrick's boss room. There is a way to get there earlier though, and you will definitely want to, as you can find one of the most amazing weapons in the game here, the Sword of Night and Flame. Not only does this legendary weapon look incredibly cool, it also has one of the most insane weapon arts in the game on it, one that works great against both single targets and groups of enemies. So the way it works is by holding the weapon art button, so LT or L2, you enter the Night and Flame stance. Doing this won't cost you any FP, but while this stance is active, you can follow up with a light or heavy attack to trigger a special move. The light attack will trigger the Night Comet sorcery, shooting a giant beam of energy towards the target, dealing high damage. The longer a target stays in the beam, the more damage it takes, plus it can pierce through enemies as well, so if you manage to line them up, it's pretty good for clearing groups too. The real star of the show, at least when it comes to clearing groups, is the follow-up Heavy Attack. This will unleash a massive wall of flame towards the enemies, which travels a decent distance and does massive damage. It works well against some of these roaming groups you sometimes come across in the open world, as one swing can easily take out multiple targets. The best part is...
Alright, bro. Jesus. I wish I could use my dogs here. I don't know why I can't. Let me try one more time. Doesn't work. Just gonna fucking send it, baby. Alright. Oh, dude.
Here's how to get the Bloodhound's Fang, an incredibly awesome curved greatsword in Elden Ring. The unique skill in this weapon allows you to move just like the Bloodhounds, flipping backwards and dashing forward for devastating damage. Open up your map and go to the southern part of Limgrave just before you get to the bottom island. Here you will find the forlorn Hound Evergone. Walk up to the below platform, interact with it, and teleport it into a boss arena. So the Bloodhound, take it down, and the Bloodhound's Fang is yours. What cool weapons have you found in Elden Ring? Let us know in the comments down below. Here's how to get the Bloodhound's Fang, an incredibly awesome curved greatsword in Elden Ring. The unique skill in this weapon allows you to move just like the Bloodhounds, flipping backwards and dashing forward for devastating damage. Open up your map and go to the southern part of Limgrave just before you get to the bottom island. Here you will find the forlorn Hound Evergone. Walk up to the glowing platform, interact with it, and you can teleport it into a boss arena. So the Bloodhound, take it down, and the Bloodhound's Fang is yours. What cool weapons have you found in Elden Ring? Let us know in the comments down below.
Let's skip this one. Robinhood can help you build your portfolio starting with just $1.
Bounty gives your sheets a delicate, fresh scent that breathes life into your laundry.
Bloodhound Knight Darewell can be a very challenging fight for both ranged and melee characters, and in this video I want to go over the strategies that I found work against those here guys. Playing a ranged character, like if you're using a bow or you're using spells, it can be kind of difficult because he tends to dodge your projectiles, but if you have something like Glintstone Phalanx, for instance, it works really well during this boss fight because he is really aggressive. They tend to dodge into those projectiles really easily. And what's really great about that spell is it allows you to dodge away while hitting him at the same time. So it's a really good spell for this fight, so I highly suggest if you're a mage character, you get that. If you're a bow character, or a ranged character that uses, some other sort of ranged weapon, you're going to have to learn how to dodge away from his attacks and then fire while he's in his attack animation. Fight similarly to the way you fight if you're doing a melee character. So there are a couple attack patterns that you need to look out for because these are going to be your best openings. The first one is where he drags his claw along the ground and he comes at you and sort of swings upward. Roll away at this moment, he jumps up in the air and plunges down on you. You can actually roll toward him with iframes, get in position to get in a couple of attacks right when he lands if you time this properly. You want to try and punish this attack every time it happens. It's your safest form of damage during this fight. Another combo you want to be on the lookout for is his 3-hit attack where he does a slash with his sword. One way, holds for a second, slashes the other way, and then comes down with a third hit. It's overhead and plunges it into the ground. You can read this attack well. You can actually get in an attack at the end of this. But you have to be careful because sometimes he'll do a leaping fourth attack that he adds on at the end, and if you're not ready for it and you don't have good reflexes, you get hit by that fourth attack. Regardless whether you're going to attack or not during this attack pattern, you need to learn to read it because if you charge in with
The Mistwood Ruins. I'm gonna take a visit there. I don't know where that is, but...
Saw you here. Oh, don't fret. You're savvy. Next saw you here. Oh.
Nothing gives you more than Domino's $6.99 pizzas, especially burgers. Wait, go back. Ah, that's better.
What the
Michael, you're late.
Might have been around Maybe he looked up and saw this guy. That, my friends, is Leaf. Spelled P-L-A-I-E-D. The way that we get to interact with him is, once we've been here, we can now fast travel back to the church. I-E-D. The way that we get to interact with him is, once we've been here, now fast travel.
Fucking damn it. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Are there giant sloths around here? I don't remember. I hope not. There are. So we just gotta be chill, respectful in here. Alright. Where are you, my friend? There you are. Alright.
Back. Hello. We can do that now. And we can now get a new interaction with our Santa-like.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're
And
back.
we'll get ourselves the finger snap gesture.
Care to buy something?
And now go ahead and use.
Goodbye for now. What is it? The howl of a wolf. I suppose. I know. Next time you hear, don't fret. I just have any. Goodbye for now.
Summon him down. So back to the room we go. Come into your menu so you can use the finger snap. Here he'll be. A hall of his glory. Run. Excellent. Right. So what? Darrow is nothing but a traitor. And a leader of... Okay. Not much to go on. It's not going to stop us though. So Darrow is actually the boss of this here village. Now hopefully you haven't already been, otherwise you're going to miss out on the next interaction. This is also going to give us the... He'll be. And we'll get ourselves the finger snap gesture, which we can now go ahead and use to summon him down. So back to the room again. Into your menu so you can use the...
I bet. We're about to fuck this dude up. Alright. Let's hop back on the horse. And we're gonna meet an old friend now. Nah, I'm excited because that dude just whooped my ass and now I'm about to bring my boy with me. So, get away from me. I hear you. Alrighty. Alright. Oh, are you serious?
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting...
Stops there. So Darrowell is actually boss. Now hopefully you haven't already been, otherwise you're going to miss out on the next interaction. This is also going to give us the Fanged Curve Sword. Let's see what we'll get in a second. Once we get to the jail then, we want to interact. So, and once we are in here, we can see we now have a somehow. It's going to give us a hand facing up against this guy.
Yo. Yeah. Yo. What? Yeah, bro. That means he fucking capped, bro, because he was like, my mom, like, picked me up. Like, bro, he, like, got in this whole ass fight. And then, like, he said, and then, like, we all thought he, like, went to the police station, but then he was like, nah, my mom picked me up. Oh my god.
Walking in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Yeah, bro, that's fucking crazy, bro. Bro, Max, isn't that crazy though? He like capped. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. They call wait, so they like saw him at the hospital, but then they were just like, fuck this, and they left. Yeah. I know, but I'm saying they saw him at the hospital, and then they were just like, fuck that. Yeah.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh, yes. If you venture north to Ray Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time.
I think they can stay in the cemetery.
Buying or selling? You will.
Yo. Yo, it's good. Bro, fucking download it. Please, bro. Yeah. Bro, shut the frick up, bro. Nice. Why? Fuck that. What game you playing, Lil Jet? You're better than him. Yeah. Some bullshit right now. He's got every game. Bro, he's Mr. Xbox. I mean, it's not surprising, bro. See if... What? He's got Black Ops 2. Bro, I'm not doing all that. Bro, that's like... Yeah, sure, bro. You're retarded, you know that, right? The fuck? I can't even beat this guy. He's not even a boss, bro. Some fucking random fucker. I beat a couple bosses. I just got a really good sword from a boss, but I gotta be a higher level to use it, so I'm just like going through a dungeon right now, getting better. Every day I get on, it's massive progress. Shit is so much fun. What up, bro? Bro, like, you just be saying shit. Oh, you're talking to him.